Hey, this your boy Gunplay, Don Logan, no slogan, Animal Shelter, Dog Check, Woof, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Catch the rush, MOB and that's a must. COD, I got no trust, and I be BMF and the million won't.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got Gunplay, aka Don Logan, jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What's up with it, my dog?
Man, I'm coolin', bro. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling blessed beyond belief, brother.
Yes, sir. No, that's what's up, man. That's good to hear, bro.
You
And I see
that.
you brought my man Baby Savage.
You know Baby Savage in the building.
Yes, sir.
Out of Shreveport, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He put all this together, man. You know what I'm saying? Connected the dots. Got the building out there in Shreveport, 7-story compound. You know what I'm saying? All the promotion you need, you holla at them. You trying to get your views up, holla at them.
Yes, sir.
You trying to get your exposure up, holla at them. You know what I'm saying? Go on IG. It's my dog right there.
Yes, sir. The guy to grind.
Yes, sir.
And who else you got up here with you?
And of course, you know, I got my brother, my PNC, my partner in crime, Trap God Lito out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? North Miami to be exact. So you know what it is, man. It's my brother right there.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. And y'all doing a media run and a tour right now, right?
Yeah, man. You know, we just letting them know Animal Shelter. It's a new regime. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of time to sit back and plot my next move, man. And it's Animal Shelter. Yeah. And I got a new project coming out called This Time Is Personal, because it is. It's a little introspective, you know what I mean? It's not the usual Gunplay music that you used to, but it's definitely something to ride to, you know what I mean?
Word, that's what's up, man. And tell me a little more about Animal Shelter, bro.
Man, Animal Shelter, it's a group of us, man. We the underdogs, homie. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas in New Orleans, producers, shout out to D-Day out there in New Orleans, Medicine, you know what I'm saying? Medicine Mob out there in New Orleans. I got homies in New York, you know, shout out to Swelly in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? I got folks everywhere, man. Yeah.
Nah, I can dig it, man. And what's some of your goals for the new label, for the new movement?
I'm gonna just set it off, and then we gonna hit them with I just want to EP them to death this year. I think I'm gonna EP them to death, just EPs, just in and out, robbery style, you know what I'm saying? Fa, you know what I mean? So the first one is This Time Is Personal. I'm gonna come back with the Animal Shelter maybe like 2 months later. You know, my shit drop on 3/6 on March 6th.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that, you want to count about 2 months, and we coming right back with Animal Shelter, Trap God Lito. We got Smoked Out Lazy. You know what I mean? That's the 2 premier artists that's gonna be on there like that. Yeah.
Word. Now that's what's up, man. Now let's dive into.
If Baby Savage want to get a verse, he probably gonna have a verse on there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably gonna see him on there, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yes, sir. Now let's dive into some of your story, bro. Like from the beginning, man. Now, are you originally from Miami? Because I always got it confused. Like I wasn't sure if you was from New York originally and then moved to Miami, or what? How does that story go?
I'm from everywhere, man. So it's like this. I was born in Texas. My mom and dad divorced when I was 3. They were both from New York. They brought me back to New York till I was 10, and I moved to Miami since from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
So I've been there since I was 10. So you want to say? I ain't gonna tell you my age yet. Y'all could Google that shit.
Yes, sir. And you from the Carroll City area.
Yeah.
Word. And for those who don't know or never been to that area, man, what was it like for you growing up there?
So my mother, there's Carroll City and Miramar, there's a county line. There's one road that separates Broward County from Dade County. Okay. And that road is called County Line Road. So my grandmother bought a house for my mom as a property in Miramar, and Carroll City, you know, is right there. So naturally, as I grow older, I start hanging out over there and moving and grooving, and you know what I mean. And that's when I bumped into Ross and got connected with everybody else, and it just, you know, blossomed from there. Yeah.
Word. And as a jit, like what was influencing you, bro, as you was coming up?
Man, Dope Boys. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too many niggas that you know was keeping it organized the way you know what I mean, my folks was and shit like that. So I grew up just being around it, not really partaking because I was a little young, but I was the one to go get the blunts, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that for a while. And you know, just being around that for that amount of time, just seeing, you know, niggas that you hanging out with every day, OGs, them niggas is indicted and everybody just, you know, scattered and everybody just, you know, not together no more, and the streets been dead. You know, y'all just not saying this shit, so you know what I'm saying? But this shit been dead, bro. So, you know, that's why we took the rap game, you know, serious, you know what I mean? So around that time, we want to say like 95, that's when we really just, you know, started really grinding, man.
Yeah. And you come from Jamaican and Puerto Rican descent.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in a real strict household? Because I know Caribbean parents are like super strict. So what was that like?
Not really. Like not really, man. My mom, she I grew up. My mom basically. I was with my mother most of the time. I'll see my father on the weekends. You know what I mean? I'll go to the Bronx from Queens and transit back and forth. School in Queens, on the weekends in the Bronx. And so my Puerto Rican side is in the Bronx. All them Puerto Ricans, I think they were manufactured in in the Bronx and shit. So, you know, but they wasn't really strict. They just showed me, you know, they showed me how to really be a real person, man. Don't get, you know, they show me real love, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really too strict though. It wasn't, you know, I was already doing dumb shit outside, you know, when I was young anyway, you know, I'm like 12, 13, I'm just outside with it, you know, but
And what would you say, at what point did you jump off the porch?
Shit, like 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? Like 13, yep, I got just a bunch of shit, man. I got a stupid ass charge at 13, and I was going back and forth to court on an assault charge, you know what I'm saying? And that was like my mother told me, like, man, you'll never get out this system once you in. I ain't understand it. And I've been going to jail ever since. I just posted some shit today. They hit me for I got caught with a pistol. It's a concealed firearm. It says description. When they stopped me and pulled me over, this is 2009, they want their $133 for whatever traffic violation I had. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at it, and this is just today. I just posted it on my story today. And I looked at it, and I'm like, you ain't never lied. When you said once you get in that system, your ass never coming out. And I just finished beating the case. You know what I'm saying? That was totally nothing that I did. You know what I mean? I was, you know, I was found not, I mean, the case was dismissed. So she was not even credible to stand trial. She was just lying so much and trying to revoke my bond through the whole thing, and stole my daughter, and said I pulled the AK on her, choked my child, all kind of wild shit, dog. I passed a polygraph test, and, you know, I just had to sit down for like 2.5 years in house arrest, had to fight it, and, you know, you just get to see who's really by your side and what really matters, man. And now this is like my comeback story, you know what I'm saying? Cause they was trying to give a nigga 15 years about that bullshit, bro. She even called police on him and all kind of shit, made up some shit on him, and man, it's just, yeah, but we here now.
Wow, yeah, that system is really set up for once you get in it, you damn near stuck in it, and it's really set up for you to keep, you know, having to go back to jail, go back to court, and keep dealing with them folks.
Yeah, man, it's like, you ain't, once you get in, you ain't getting out. I don't give a fuck unless you just go be a fucking pastor. You probably still get fucked up for fraud, but even then, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's real, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
For real. Now you just mentioned that case that you just beat, and I saw you had to take a lie detector test. And
I didn't have to. I took it just cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it wasn't admissible, I took it. You know, and it just was. Cause the shit that she, you know, I didn't know she had a mental problem, man. I don't know what you want to call it, narcissistic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but she's, you know, And she just flipped the switch one day and then was plotting the whole time, you know, behind the scenes, man. She put me on child support 11 days before the incident. She did everything, man. She changed all my emails, changed my iCloud password, stole my phone, stole the footage, the nanny cam footage on the way out, stole my stick, stole my jewelry, just stole everything, and just went on the next day, went on Tasha K and going on tour with the shit and line. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? What am I was just eating that Fleming's. I was just eating Fleming's, bro. Like, and overnight I lost everything. I couldn't go to the crib. I just couldn't. They won't let me move around. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? And I had to sit there and fight this shit. And I can't say nothing on social media because the judge, you know what I mean? She's look at him harassing me. I'm not even saying nothing. I could just repost something. It just got to the point where I said, you know what? God trying to show me something, man. Sit your ass down and really think about your next move, man. Make it your best move. That's it. So I just took it like that, man, you know?
And through this situation, didn't you lose custody of your daughter for a while as well from it?
Yeah, she put a restraining order on me, made up a restraining order. Even the day after she lost trial, and she is in Kentucky with her mom and dad because she had a car accident. Respectfully, I believe it was because of the karma. You know what I mean? That she even told me that it was. You know what I mean? She told me, man, I know this is my karma. She got into a real serious car accident. She got a skull cracked and jaw broken, ribs, internal bleeding, ribs broken, all kind of shit. And, you know, she was on life support and, you know, I would never wish that on anybody, but I kept trying to tell her, like, listen, you got to stop. You got to stop. You can't keep going like this. It's God's gonna handle you. God's watching this, man. You know what I mean? And even me saying that, you know, once I texted that, and she went to the court and said he's God because his name is Trap God Lido on Instagram, and I had to go to revoke my bond. This is what she does. And I had to go and prove that I don't call him God and he's not my hitman. This is what she said on the stand. This is in transcript. That's his hitman. He calls him God. And that's the one he sends out to do his dirty work. This is on the stand. I couldn't make this shit. This Tyler Perry shit, my man. Like, I'm coming with a series about it real soon, but we're going to keep that on the wraps. Because there's so many ups and downs and twists and turns in it that it's unreal. That's just a little... You know what I mean? So he even had to feel the wrath of this bitch, dog. Like,
and it's so crazy too how women can lie on a man and say that he raped her or sexually abused her or physically assaulted her, and then you could lose everything. But then when it comes around that it was a lie, there aren't any repercussions for the woman.
I want to go to legislation and do something. You know how them niggas be at the podium with them niggas in the back shit with the. It'd be 7, 8 of them. I want to go there. Yeah. I'm like, is this thing on? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen here. I had to fight this case. I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some kind of law that when you lie like that for that long and you for 2.5 years, you giving them lies that they can't even lock me up for nothing. I just have to keep going to court and they push it back for the trial back another 3 months. She'll make something else up. I got to court another 3 months. I got to prove this. I got to prove that. Like I'm in bed. I'm asleep. And I got to prove all of this shit. Like, it's crazy, man. But you know, it just got me closer to God, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It just got me closer to God. And I said, you know, this next go round when I'm doing this animal shelter thing, man, I'm gonna start from the ground up and shout out once again to Baby Savage, man. I gave him a call and said, listen, man, I need to hit every single platform from here to 10 buck motherfucking 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I now. You feel me? So I'm not no stranger to hard work. I'm not no stranger to the grind. You know, so that's why I just wanted to get back out here and just, you know, piss them off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know they mad. I know.
Now I understand why this
SMD
was personal.
exclamation.
now I understand why this one's personal.
Come on now. You see what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot of relationships I had that dissolved because of this. You know what I mean? So, but I don't look at it as a loss or anything, or I just look at it as growing pains. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got to walk in your own light, brother.
Yeah,
you got to find your own light, man, and walk in it.
And through your career, you've had, you know, a few different, like, kind of start and stopping points, a few hiccups that have kind of slowed things down for you. So what would you say out of, you know, all of these things that you've been through? I mean, I know you were even battling addiction for a while.
Yep.
And, you know, going through that. What would you say, like, is something that you've learned through all of these times that you've been tested?
You can't quit, bro. You can't quit. It don't matter. You know, even the music I'm making now is even different. You could tell when you listen to it that he's been through something and he's expressing himself clearly. You know what I mean? Without getting upset, we out yelling, without cussing the motherfucker out too bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's called This Time Is Personal, man. And I swear, when you listen to it, you understand. You know, knowing what I've been through and shit like that. So that's just a moment in time I had to capture that'll never happen again. That this is what art is about. You have to capture that moment. That's why you capture when you trapping and you doing your thing, and then you get you a little fee. You got to capture the moments like Polaroids, bro, but put it on, you know what I mean? And grow. The people are gonna listen to you from the jump. They're growing with you from the trap to the, okay, you bought your first house, to the, okay, now you balling, okay, now you own this, and okay, and then you know what I mean? Your fan base just grows with you, bro. And my fan base been on a journey with me since the beginning. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We still at it. We still here. You feel me? And I just want to take the time to thank them all. You know what I mean? Thank everybody. I thank all my Spotify monthly listeners too, man. You know what I mean? If y'all hear me, man, I thank you, man.
It's a blessing to be able to push through all the trials and tribulations, and like you said, still be here, and then still have a loyal fan base of people who are following you, who got love for you, and who even push to see you do better and to get out of these situations and you know, get back to it. Because a lot of us feel like we still haven't gotten that gunplay that we wanted from.
And I feel the same way. I know. I was like, man, I gotta give him. But it's just a lot of things that, you know, I'm not gonna blame nobody. I'm not the type to point fingers. I'm not the type to complain. I just know I gotta be more consistent. Yeah, that's it. It's a simple formula, just be more consistent. And that's what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna work this record all year long. One record at a time. Yeah. And I'm gonna drill it in, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing.
Right. Now let's tap into some of the story as well, so that the viewers can even, you know, get some more game from you, some more knowledge, you know, just about like where you come from and all of that. Now, when did you meet Rick Ross? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I met Rick Ross through a dude named Earl, and he had a small indie label he was doing back then, and I was like his first little artist. And he took me to Slipper Slide Studios, Funk Boogie, recorded me. And that was my first time being in the studio. I saw Trick that one time. He was walking in, I was walking out. Then he met Ross. His name was Teflon Don. And he said, man, I met this artist, man. His name Teflon Don, like a down south Biggie, boy. You gotta hear him, boy. I'm telling you, y'all gonna sound crazy together. I'm like, all right, man. Met him. And I could get some water real quick, because I'm locking up. Yep. I'm locking up like eating motherfucking right now, dog. My bad. I'm trying to work with it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But so I met him, and we just had the same drive, man. We wanted it, you know, we wanted that goal just as bad, you know what I mean? And we went at it for about 10 years, man, from 95 to 2005, man, without making a dollar. We're watching everybody, all our peers, become successful and make it and live their dreams. And we just, you know, we just sitting there waiting, working, you know, trying to wait for that opportunity. But, you know, once God gave us that record, that's when, you know, we knew that it was time, you know what I mean? And everything we worked for, all the work ethic that we used to get to that point, you know, it just had to, you don't make it right when you get your hit record. That's when the work start.
Right.
Like, to keep it a buck. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
I guess that saying it takes 10 years to make an overnight success is so true.
Yeah, so the folks out there that's like, and I think you got another one for, you got one more?
No, I'm good.
You straight?
Yeah, I'm good.
What I was saying?
Well, I was saying it take 10 years to make
Yeah.
overnight success.
Not everybody has it like that though. Not everybody, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just be off rip. Sometimes you just make it off rip, man. You can't take it as like you not saying that you not that nigga or nothing like that, like, but don't humble yourself a little bit, because God giving you a blessing. You know what I mean? That blessing might fuck around and turn out to be a lesson.
Yeah.
You feel me? You follow me? So some people, yeah, you get your bag early but trust me on this one. It might be a test. You know what I mean? So I had an opportunity, like, after the BET Awards, right? I turned myself in after, but you know, I got a call that said, hey, you know you have an opportunity to lawsuit, $5 million, but there's a catch. You got a motherfucking, before you file a civil, you got to do criminal. And that is like Aki. That's kind of,
Yeah.
so I'm like, eh. So what exactly, what you mean? I respectfully, you know what I mean? So that's, you know, a lot of people would have took it, I understand that. But it's the integrity part about it, you know what I mean? So now, say I got that little chump change, right? I got that nice little, with the mindset that I had back then, somebody dying and I'm going to jail, or I'm dying and somebody it's something, it ain't gonna end well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who knows what you know what I mean? So that's why I look at it, and that's why I could say to myself, you know, sometimes I do be like, you know, damn, what if in a different timeline a nigga really was a fuck nigga, and how would that look? A nigga walking out, hey, go play rat-eye nigga, huh? Nigga drunk, it's the test. Lam, we all shoot it out because all right. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you know, everything is either a blessing or a lesson, man.
And all money ain't good money.
And all money ain't good money,
But
man.
they say all that glitters ain't gold.
Nah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
I'm telling you, dog, this is why it's like, nigga could, yeah, nigga OG or old head, whatever, but boy, that's the trophy, man.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. You know, so I'm just trying to you know, let them know, like, man, this shit is doable.
Yeah.
It's actually too easy. I could get into some quantum physics shit real quick and have y'all like, okay, yeah, I get it. But nah, it's real easy, man. You know, along with prayer too, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I seen it work, bro. I seen it work. Yeah. I seen prayer work, man. That's really key right there, man. I seen it work, man. So that's what yeah.
You was talking about the 50 Cent fight too. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that was, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the BET Award thing. But I just used that to make a point of integrity and having what money coming fast or money real quick when you're not ready for it can do. You know what I'm saying? What, you know, but yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So did you early on like know that music was something that like
hell yeah
that was meant for you and that
hell
you were
yeah early, man. I always just, you know, used to daydream about the shit and just try to write my little raps, try to be a DJ at one point, try to be a rapper and a DJ at one point, and I just love the music, man. I just, you know, and I was coming from the mecca of hip hop at the time. You know, you're talking about 1988, 89. You know, New York was the mecca.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it was just really getting mainstream, you know, like real mainstream. And then I moved down here, to Miami. And I still kept my hip hop roots and the culture, you know. That's why when you hear my music, you might hear up north, get a up north thing with the bars and all of that shit, because that's, you know, that's where I get it from. But yeah.
And is it true that you were a ghostwriter early on in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna say whose, but they're legendary from Miami. Legendary. You know what I mean? It's legendary. Very legendary. Very legendary verses that y'all was rapping that I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Very legendary verses.
So you was tapping into the business side of things early on.
I wasn't, you know, really, it was Fat Boy.
Yeah.
I was just there helping, and then once they seen that I could do it, I was doing it. I was like, oh, okay, y'all fuck with it, I bet, you know. And I was just paying I felt like I was paying my dues. You know what I mean? That's why I think God just keep blessing me, because I ain't the type to, you know, I was like, what, fucking 18 or something like that back then. So it's like 18, 19. So it's like, I wasn't really worried about publishing and all of that shit. Like, if I would've, then, you know, it would've been a different story, man. But I just wanted to pay my dues, man. Right. So, but it came out legendary. I got some legendary verses on a person's second album. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to just, you know, I don't even want to say too much, but yeah.
Yeah, nah, you was definitely putting that work in early.
Yep.
And when Ross had the smash Every Day I'm Hustling.
Oh yeah.
And that's, you know, going crazy. I think that was the first song that ever went platinum as a song, and then the ringtone went platinum as well, and it was a worldwide hit.
Yeah.
Did that make your work ethic and your grind turn up, or did you think like, oh, we made it, and just was kind of, you know, rolling with the flow of everything that was happening?
We had so much shit to do. It was so many shows. It was so much itineraries that we was already working. Our work ethic was already like that. So, you know what I mean? We had to, just like when you shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
When you shooting in the gym, we got in the game, and it was like, you just keep shooting, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a fairly easy transition, you know what I mean? And it was fun, man. It was the best experience you could ask for, man. Chasing a goal that long and finally getting there, and you know what I mean? And man, yeah, legendary.
What was it like when you got your opportunity to stand out, you know, and be featured on the Deeper Than Rap album on the song titled Gunplay?
Yeah, I think that was a dope alley-oop, you know. I think that was a dope alley-oop, and I appreciate that. I really do. I had to take that, you know, and run with it. You know what I mean? And as you can see, Gunplay, he here to this day holding his own. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you gotta have a passion for the music, man. It's not designed for you to win. It's not designed for you to love it. You see what I'm saying? It's not designed that way. Ain't nobody over here gonna clap for you. Ain't nobody gonna give you no flowers. Ain't nobody finna give you no, you know. So if you do have people around you that's like that see your potential like that, and really, you know, tell you, man, you doing your thing, or they want to be part of the team or whatever, you know what I mean? You got to cherish that. You got to, you know, and that's how you build a team, you know. And man, it's too easy, actually, dog. It's too easy, man.
That song Gunplay was so crazy, bro. Do you remember recording that song?
Yeah.
And did you know that was the title of it as y'all was recording it, or was that told afterwards?
Yeah, that was, I remember he said it. He was like, man, I got the record. I'm gonna name it Gunplay. He had the hook, the verse, and I'm like, see, it's all mixed and it sound all good and it's just like, damn, I gotta come behind this shit, man. This nigga, dog, he loved doing that shit, bro.
You held your own,
but I had to, bro. I appreciate that,
we
though,
ain't
man.
seen no laptops in the projects.
Yeah. I was just, I was still, my pen was still kind of young, you know what I mean? But now, man, when you listen to this new one, this time it's personal. You gonna hear the growth in my pen, man. And I feel you're gonna hear me really comfortable in my skin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Comfortable in them pockets, man. It's a dope project, man. I took a while to record it. Just plucked out the best. I was gonna pluck out the best 12. Then I said, nah, I'm gonna do the best 6. Then I said, nah, let's give them 5. Let's give them 5. Yeah. Let's give them 5.
Like a starting 5.
It's a heavy 5, man. It'll sound like an album, man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what's up. Now, what's undeniable about you, Gunplay, is your energy that you bring on every record. And then when people see you, you know your energy. And even early on, you had the signature wigs, and your look was so distinct. And I think that you may have been the first person that we were seeing, like on the mainstream level on TV and all that had the wigs. Like you influenced that, you know, in the culture.
Yeah. You know, somebody pointed that out recently, man. They put a TikTok and I really thought about it. I was like, damn, that was the first like real mainstream with the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, cause then I seen, shout out to Yak, man. You know what I'm saying? Yak can never do no wrong, so y'all leave him alone. Anybody talking crazy about Yak, boy, we fighting. Wrinkling shirts and stretching collars out here about the Yak.
Come on,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? That's my favorite artist.
Yeah, mine
but,
too.
Yeah, dog, forget about it. But what I was saying?
We was talking about the signature wigs. And
I seen him when he had just got out of jail that one time. I think the last time he had got out, and he had took a picture, and I looked, and I said, dog, those are the same wigs that like the same kind of, and I said, damn, boy, look at that, bro. And I took my old picture and I put them side by side. I said, look at that, same style, dog. Like, I'm like, man, look how time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look how trends come back around type shit. Like, yeah.
For real.
But we always been like that down here, man. Down in Miami, man. Everybody been, you know, just.
Yeah,
I just
like I know that wasn't something that was new for you. Like that was a part of y'all culture in Miami.
Yeah,
with a lot of the Haitian guys.
They been, they shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just emulating the great, man. That's it.
But we would always be like, man, homie, with Ross with the crazy locks. We didn't even know what it was called back then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They used to call them braids. What is that? Braids? Whatever. Nah, nigga, these wigs. Need day-laws, you know what I'm saying? Day-laws when they sprouting. You feel me? When they sprouting, they day-laws, and then when they turn into wicks, when they get, you feel me? Yeah. Like my dog got what? How long yo?
21 years.
21 years, you know what I'm saying? I yopped that at 17 years.
Wow.
Yep.
No, that's crazy. When I first seen you cut it, like I mean, we didn't have AI back then, but I was like, nah, bro ain't really cut his hair. Like, no, I couldn't have ever imagined you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know, dog. I woke up one day and said, man, I'm tired of scaring the hoes off, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog? Let me cut this fuck ass shit off, dog. Like, I mean, you know, you gotta grow, man. So my mindset wasn't there no more. It wasn't in. It just for me personally, you know what I'm saying. That was let's go with the waves.
And then I want to talk about the group Triple C's.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a time. That was a dope era. I mean, it was kind of short lived, but like the impact that Triple C's had on the game, and I was fortunate to be working at Def Jam at the time. You know, that was when you and I first met and first connected and all that, and was able to do the marketing for the Triple C's project and, you know what I'm saying, work with you guys. But y'all had that was a classic album.
Yeah, we had everybody on
Everybody
there.
on there. Jeezy, Gucci. Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti.
Yeah, like
Man, that was, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bun B.
Bun
like,
B.
Yo, that was my joint on there.
Yeah, dog. That was, yeah.
That
was a
White
time.
Sands.
White Sand. White Sand. What?
What was that time like for you though? I mean, like y'all, it just seemed like at the time too, y'all had like one of the top clicks, you know, like in the game, one of the dopest labels. I mean, and I know like back then, y'all was kind of going back and forth with 50 and with G Unit and them, but y'all was actually a crew that could, you know, stand up to them and musically and physically.
Yeah. You know, that was definitely a time where, like, we could have. I think it was like a test. A nigga could take it back to what we know. You know what I'm saying? Or a nigga could just let it go and grow. You know what I mean? And I think that was the best way to go about everything. Ain't nobody died behind it. Yeah, I had a little scuffle. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happens. It is what it is. And if I see them today, will I do my thing? No, I don't got to. You know what I'm saying? I probably go, hey man, look, I'm good. You Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. I'm too old for that now, man. I'm trying to make some. You know, I ain't trying to like be on no what they was just on the plane just now fighting.
Yeah, with Ja Rule.
Them niggas was just, I say, look at this shit, bro.
Bruh.
But I mean, that's you know, they got some deep shit going on. So I get it,
rap.
but it just,
for real.
it just look crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what I would have did. You know what I'm saying? I'd have probably been like, I don't know. Who knows, bro? You know, I'm not. That nigga say, that nigga fired his ass up. Yep. That nigga would have just been talking shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Couple shots too. Oh man.
Yeah. What was your favorite like aspect of Triple C's and y'all recording that project, Custom Cars and Cycles? And I remember y'all used to make up so many names for the C's. I think it was like Color Cut Clarity.
Color Cut Clarity. Cancel Christmas Cocksucker. Cannabis Cup Champions. Like we had like some members. Yeah, that was a wild time. But yeah, recording that was dope. You know, Ross really pulled out all the favors, man, on that one, man. And they, you know, got records with some real legendary artists, and I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to work with their favorite trap artists that they've been listening to for, you know what I mean? And get to meet them and all of that, and you know, so I appreciate everything that Triple C's did for me. You know what I mean? That was definitely an introduction that, you know, I ran with, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah.
That album was, like I said, I feel like that album is a classic album that a lot of people might not know about or might not be on, but it was like that album was so dope, and I feel like it didn't get like the looks or the push that it like really deserved.
You know what I think it is? Looking back, hindsight 2020, you know, that time, around that time was the whole beef that was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we didn't get to have that creative, that space.
Got you.
Our own space. It was just, we had to come out in the middle of a melee, in the middle of a shootout. Hey, go. You know?
Nah, for sure. And then during the blog era, you was featured on a song that a lot of people consider to be one of their favorite songs in that blog era, that Cartoons and Cereal with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, man.
Yeah.
I was on the run.
That's a blog era classic.
Yes it was. That record came about. I was on the run at the time, and I was in New York, and Jeter, you know Jeter K.
Yeah, Jeter K.
Shout out to Jeter K.
Yeah, man.
You already
Shout
know
out
I got
Jeter K.
I got to shout out my dog, and he got on the phone. Top Dog called him. TD hit him and was like, Kendrick wanna talk to Gunplay. He got a record for him. At the time, you know, I wasn't really keeping up with who was hot and who was not at the time. I'm not gonna hold you. So I didn't know who Dog was. You know what I mean? And first thing that came to my mind, I don't know why, I thought it was like a basketball player trying to rap. The name Kendrick. Then I said, no, it's probably like an R&B motherfucker or something. I'm like, Kendrick, I'm telling you, not from a can of paint, ain't know who Dog was. And then, but Jeter was like, listen, do the record. Do the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? He say, go crazy. I'm like, okay. So I get back to Atlanta where I was hiding at. And shout out to Shank. You already know, man. Shout out to Shank, dog. You know. Came recorded it. I think I recorded it at Inkwell. Shout out to Mass Pike Miles. And I was holding that beat. I mean, oh, my bad, wrong record. Nah, that's where I was hiding. I recorded it downstairs in the basement. Yep, I recorded Bible on the Dash at Mass Pike Miles at Inkwell. My bad, got my records. It's so long, man. I'm kind of mush, my brain a little mush. So I got down there and I did the record, man. I just said, you know, if this the last time niggas is gonna hear me, they got to hear me. You know what I'm saying? They got to feel me. So I just, that's just how I felt right there. I'm like, man, you know, and I captured that moment again, back against the wall. Those are the best moments for an artist, man. Yeah. Some people, I suggest you get a little bit of a betrayal or something in your life, man, so you could get your back against the wall, so you could really have a different drive about your shit, man, and a different pen about it, man. And so I did it, sent it back, and next thing you know, like a week later, my Twitter went crazy. It's just all these white folk, and I'm like, and you know, respectfully though, they like, yo, I never seen anybody body Kendrick on his own shit. I'm like, oh, why would you say that? And at the boy, like, what are you doing? This is not good. like damn, dog. And it just to this day, and it's just like, I didn't, you know. And then I saw him on when they crowned him the king of LA. And that's when I said, holy shit, who the fuck? And then I started listening to him, because when I got on the phone with him, he said, man, Gunplay, I fuck with your cadence, man. And he was naming records and shit like that. I'm like, this nigga really know my shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at an old video of Gunplay and SOBs, New York City. If you look in the crowd, and not in the crowd behind us, in our group, you see Kendrick Lamar, you see J-Rock, young Kendrick. Yeah. Young Kendrick. He was out there with it, dog, like, you know what I mean? So when I look back at that, I'm like, nah, he really was fucking with a nigga music, dog, and I salute dog for that. Like, I would have never guessed, like, somebody, you know what I mean? For him to have that big of a, you know what I mean? I thought I was, you know, I'm that underground underdog, you know what I mean? I'm down here, you know what I'm saying? But when I seen that, it was like, damn, you know, that's dope, you know. But shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man. You know, congrats with everything he do. I would love to have another cartoons and cereal too. You know what I'm saying? We could call that bitch Empty Cereal Bowl. You feel me? Empty Cereal Bowl, spoon in the bowl. You call that bitch? Am I lying? But nah, we need to do another one, dog.
Rumor has it that song was supposed to go on
His
Good
album.
Kid, Mad City, but there was a sample clearance and it didn't
Sample
make it.
clearance, bro. It was too much. It was too many cartoons. Too many cartoons. Man, what up, Doc? It was like probably you know what I mean? It was a whole like montage of them samples, but it did what it had to do. You know what I mean? It got to where it needed to go, and you know, it's still a great song.
No,
man.
it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people still post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
On YouTube,
Yeah.
it's current comments on there. People saying like it's their favorite, one of their favorite songs.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
people down it
crazy.
as Kendrick's best unreleased song that's out there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's
man.
crazy. I appreciate that opportunity, man. You know what I mean?
Now, Play, you had so much energy around your name and everything, but you didn't drop your first solo project until 2015.
Yeah. So that's when I was fighting that. So 2011, I had Rolling.
Yeah.
Dropped in February. I dropped in February. Dropped that record and I was going back and forth with the label and with Maybach and Def Jam, and nothing ever really came about. And the more time that it took to get a budget going and stuff like that, the record done fizzled out and died out. And, you know, I had another record I put out, you know, Bible on the Dash, and that started gaining traction right after that. So still, we didn't really push the gas on anything. And as time fizzled out, I had to basically get back to know what I know good, you know what I'm saying? And that was that situation on Surveillance that happened, and now that's when I got on the run. I had to be on the run, so the budget came a little too late, you know what I'm saying? So once the budget came, it was like, all right, bet. Let's try to beat this first before we, you know, record any music, because, you know, I don't want to waste their money or mine at this time, you know what I'm saying? So after the case, I didn't feel it no more, because I knew the streets I didn't understand. Like my head was fucked up. It's like, how? I thought we was gonna go to war. What happened to the war? You called the cops.
Yeah.
You called the police. Like, tell him, bring my chain back, or I'm finna ruin his career. I'm gonna call cops. How? But wasn't we supposed to shoot this shit out? Nah, nigga. Them niggas gonna call the cops on you, boy. So I never had to really deal with that. Anytime it was some flick, it wasn't, you know what I mean? So and you got to think, I've been out the streets for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 years. So in 7 years, when I left the situation and I was touring and doing all that shit, dog, I didn't know nothing about nothing. I'm trying to get back because of the record done fizzled, and I'm like, I need the whoop so I could get my yam, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't know the streets was like, it was like that. And now that spooked the shit. Now what the fuck? I ain't know so I'm just, you know, I just had to take it one day at a time, and I ain't feel like doing this shit no more. Man, fuck this shit. What I'm gonna rap about, man? Fuck all this shit, dog. Fuck these niggas telling these niggas, like, man, I don't know. I didn't feel like I wanted to do it anymore. And then I said, you know what? Let me go ahead on and do this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got a budget, a budget for it. Why not? You know? And it took me, 3 years, 2, 3 years. I didn't want to do this shit no more, man. At that time, I started pimping hoes and doing, you know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I'm gonna break on a bitch, man. I started breaking on hoes, man. Oh, he'll tell you. he reminded me of some shit today, like, man. I'm like, yeah, man, for real, dogs. But, you know, so I done done it all, man. And the only thing that I wish I could have did different was to stay focused and consistent. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but I had to learn the ups and the downs, man, on my own, man. How these niggas moving, you know, how this shit goes. So now, you know, I'm gonna do this shit independent, man, and you know, work my way up to a budget for ANML Shelter, dog check, woof. You know what I'm saying?
Can you speak on how difficult it is to stay motivated when you taste a piece of the success, you feel it, but then life circumstances, life start lifing, and then you have to go back to the old life that you were once in, but then try to get back to being creative and, you know, like knowing what like your God-given gift, you know, that you have, and trying to get back to that. Like, how difficult is it to stay motivated going through those trials and tribulations?
There's a lot of artists that would have stayed on track and would have did great things because of obstacles that got thrown, whether it be small or big or life changing. But you gotta, if you don't love it and have a passion for it, it's not gonna, you're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna let it, you're gonna quit. You see what I'm saying? If I didn't have a passion for this shit, I wouldn't still be doing this shit. Even if I had 10 Spotify listeners right now, which I don't, you know what I mean? But I got 100 and some thousand, but they're loyal. You see what I'm saying? And even if I had 10, my nigga, I love this shit. I keep doing this shit because getting paid from it or not, dog. You know what I mean? I'll be the one with 100 songs in the studio, just doing shit, putting the shit out here and there, and just cause I got the luxury to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is not the, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Bible on the Dash, that was a hood classic. Can you talk about the process of recording that song and how that came about?
I held that record. I held that, shout out to the Morris brothers. I held that record. I had that record, and something just told me, man, don't just rap on this record. Wait till you have something to talk about on this record. Don't disrespect the record. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect this beat. And while me and my bitch riding up 95 in my Bourbon, right pulling over every hour or two because I gotta slap the right light for something. It just wants to go out every hour or so. So if I get stopped, that's it. It's over. So I'm riding with her, and I said, damn, I'm gonna try and play some music. And then I remembered I had that beat. I put that beat in, and nigga wrote all night. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least started. I wrote a bunch of different ones, but then I got to the studio. Where I was hiding out, it was a big crib and shit. They had a studio in the basement and shit. And that's when I just sat down and was like, all right, had it on the speakers, you know what I mean? And one thing I had was like the Bible on the Dash. That's all I knew. Whatever it's gonna be, it's just gonna be something about Bible on the Dash. And then I just was like, all right, yeah. Cause that's where we was riding, and I had that on there, you know what I'm saying? On my shit at the time, cause I said, boy, you know, they literally got a bolo out for this shit right now. I got to go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready to go in yet, bro. You gotta chill. I got shit to do. Yeah.
So you did that song while you was on the run.
While I was on the run. Yeah. And so I wanted to make that like the last thing you hear from me is gonna be that. Let it be my best, try to be my best work, you know what I mean? And try to just, like I said, snapshot that moment in time, man, and be like, yo, this is the last thing he heard from a nigga before I go into this bitch, cause this nigga trying to come in there, and he in there, he giving all kind of statements and doing the most, and he's not missing no appointments with the DA or nothing. He's just there, bro. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga really doing this shit, bro. What's this nigga really? Oh, come on, man, I'm grits, lame, man.
And I think that song represents just what a lot of people can relate to, where you got to get it how you live, but then you also moving with faith, and you know what I mean. So that Bible on the Dash, that like I think so many people could relate to that, you know, from that standpoint.
Yeah,
that was
man.
almost like the first version of the race when I think about it now. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
TK had the race, like Babylon Dad's almost like the first version of that.
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Without even trying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a time, dog.
No,
that
for
was
sure.
a time, dog.
Now you mentioned that you recorded that at Mass Pike Miles studio, and I wanted to say, like, your guys' chemistry with Mass Pike Miles, I felt like was like just
got the
something.
last-
It was a special type of, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
thing when
yeah.
y'all work together.
Yeah, he got a real musical ear for musical. He got a real musical talent, dog. He could sing, he could write, he could do the beats. He knows the vision that you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? And he just brings it to life. He got the last record on this EP. As a matter of fact, it's called Richard Plain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Richard Plain. The last record on it.
That song Hustler on the Triple C's album that he was on was
Yep, that one too. Yep.
That was a dope
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I mean, it's
he
a
does
couple of them now.
Yeah, a couple. He does his thing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Mass Pike.
Now you also were doing like a lot of really dope vlogs. I know you into fishing.
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah.
I'm big into fishing. So
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, what's your favorite between fishing in the ocean or freshwater fishing? Like what's your favorite?
Oh, ocean, man.
Huh.
That ocean, man, the waves, the elements, you just out there and you pulling in some old shit that's trying to bring you in.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta, boy.
Yeah.
You gotta have your shit ready, boy. You gotta make sure you do your push-ups.
Nah, for real.
Before you get out there, cause a nigga don't go for no little shit, boy. We go for big sailfish, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna go for some black marlin.
Oh, wow.
That's my next trip that I really wanna plan out there in DR or something like that. You
So
know
in
what I
Florida,
mean?
y'all got it so good, bro, because y'all could go to the ocean and fish, or you can, you know, go to those rivers and fish and catch like them peacock bass and, you know what I'm saying, them gars and,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff.
All that, man.
Yeah.
They there, man. That's why I love my city, man. You know, it's anything you want to do, man. At any time of night, day, it don't matter. You know. It's
Also,
lovely.
on your first project, that song "Chain Smoking" with you and Currency and
Chain
Stally.
Smoking in my
That's
chain.
another favorite.
Man. Yeah, chain smoking in my chain. Shout out to Spitter, man. Hey, well, I'm gonna say this again. Spitter, stop being scary, dog. Stop being scary, man. Let's put out the fucking mixtape we got. Cocaine and Crawfish. What's up? You hear me, Spitter? This me. That's my dog, though.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Nah, for
But
sure.
we got so much music together that y'all don't even hear. Y'all ain't heard it yet. That we got like a mixtape already done. Got like 5, 6 records, bro. He treats the music like gold, like everybody should. That's what I do. I got records just I hold for, you know what I mean? So I get it. But put it out. Put out something. Let's hit him with something. You know what I mean?
Something that I seen you say in another interview, and you sort of mentioned it here. You were saying that you wish that artists would really focus on music and stop trying to be street guys. And you even said here earlier about just how the streets been dead. Like, it's a trend that people say it now, but it's been dead. Can you just speak on that?
Say that question one more time, brother.
So you said that you wish artists will focus more on the music and stop trying to be street dudes.
I said that?
Yeah, you
When
said
did
that.
I say that?
You said that in one of your latest interviews. I think
Oh, for real?
it was on Cam Capone.
Okay. Yeah, man. Cause whatever you spend your time on is whatever you're gonna get out. If you spend your time in the streets, you're gonna get the byproduct of whatever the fuck the streets got for you. If you spend time in the studio, you spend time looking for new videographers, seeing what's the new, the byproduct of that is gonna be success, money, fame, head for no reason in the bathroom with a bitch in London. You know what I'm saying? If you want everything, it comes with that, dog. You know what I mean?
You got any closing on? We gotta get out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So I I want you to mention your new single that you're about to drop and the new EP that you're about to drop.
All right. You want me to do like in drop form?
No.
Oh.
Just before we get out of
Oh,
here,
yeah.
can you
All right.
share with us the new single that you're about to drop
Yeah.
and your new EP?
So before we get out of here, man, before we jump up off the porch, you know what I'm saying? My new single, Phases, on This Time Is Personal, EP, 5 records. Five records. 5 fingers make a what? You feel me? So like, This Time Is Personal, the single, Phases, and I got no features on the album because I had to get this. I had to do this one solo, man. I had to I had to dig deep. This is a very introspective album, man. It's grown, and stay tuned for what I got next. I'm gonna fuck y'all head up with this new material I got after this. Trust me on this one.
All right. And you got any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out the ANML Shelter, man. Shout out to Smoked Out Lazy, because Lazy couldn't be here today because he was smoked out being lazy. That's what he do. But that's my dog. I think, you know what I'm saying? We'll see him a little later, dog. But green eye nigga, y'all know, dog. Yeah, you missed the flying eye, green eye nigga. Man, shout out to Trap God Lido. You already know that's my brother, man. Day for day, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking Baby Savage, man, putting all this together and was about to fight me about it. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga, though. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna fight.
Nah, dog, we ain't gonna fight, dog. But that's my nigga, dog. You know what I'm saying? Putting all this together, man. We hitting all these cities, man, and we're gonna work this one joint for the rest of the year, because it's that special to me. It's not a record to shake your ass in the club or nothing like that. It's not the record to turn up and shoot nothing up. It's a real one of those, you know what I mean? Like, damn, that nigga say silent. I know that nigga Gunplay say, I know silence that get louder than some arguments. I know violence to the point your death is common sense. Like, it's that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? To make you really think like, God damn, boy, that's real, boy. Cause boy, you know when it's up, niggas ain't really rapping on that motherfucking ground, boy. You already know, you know what I'm saying? So all you rap at nigga, boy, I'm finna do this on the ground out of nigga. We know, once you do that, we know you not doing nothing. That's why silence is louder than some arguments, you understand? That way.
So, Gunplay.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us, bro.
And all that good pussy leave you parallel or broke. I asked the pastor, what's the fastest way to heaven for a bastard with a